Yeah. So in the beginning, it will be a struggle, but there's a couple of other benefits to this. The first one being when you're first starting out, you need to practice and improve your skills and get better at building websites. And how do you do that? Most web designers that are starting out, they don't have the motivation and incentive to just sit down at their computer every night and just build a website for some random, just practice for a website they've never heard of. I've actually given assignments to people. I made up a brand, a logo, and say, build a website for this. Here's a paragraph about who they are, do it. And they love it because then they have specific goals to follow. What is a better way to get solid practice in and also have the potential to get paid for it? And a huge aspect of web design is sales. You have to get comfortable with sales and learning who your ideal client is, who you don't want to work with, because that's just as important as learning who the clients you want to work with. You need to learn which ones you need to run away from. You'll be able to see just from looking at a Google Maps business listing and be like, that person, no matter what I do, won't be interested in a website, and save your time and you move on. For example, restaurants. You need to know what kind of category of restaurants are willing to put in an investment for a proper website. If you're just going to, for example, like local takeout, like a Chinese restaurant locally, they don't care about a website. No one goes to a website to order Chinese food. It's their neighborhood Chinese restaurant. They don't care. And that's fine. That's their business model. But if you're looking at higher end restaurants where they know that people are searching online for really premium meals for their Friday, Saturday night date night, they need to have an awesome presentation and show their whole menu and everyone's looking up, Googling types of food in their area. But that's when I started to learn, no, it's only certain niches of restaurants. Some don't rely on their website at all. They don't need it. And especially now with Uber Eats and all the takeout that's just coming to them, it's not nearly as important actually for restaurants to have their own website. It's all listed within someone else's platform. So things are constantly evolving. You have to be on top of those things. Lawyers is a perfect one because they make great money. Most lawyers anyway, unless they're doing like pro bono. They're a good lawyer and they're trying to change the world. There's not many of those. They're not going to be too cheap, and they have to have a professional presentation. Like they're a lawyer, so they're a great one to reach out to. But yeah, like I mentioned before, it's just part of the process. In the beginning, you will just get 1 out of 10. But as you start to get more practice, see how people are responding to it, figuring out what types of niches respond more to others, trying to get into the head of who your lead is, who your client is, what are their needs. If you were them, why should they buy this from you? Why would they need it? Why is it so important? And then and working backwards from that. And that's exactly why I have something to show them every time I send them an email. I build them a homepage. I literally will put in the headline, I'll find out their personal name, not just, hey, insert business name here. I'll find out who owns it. I'll do research online. I'll find their personal name. Maybe it's on LinkedIn. And in the headline, I'll be like, hey, Jason, I built you a new website. They'll be like, how do you not click on that? And then don't write a whole thing with paragraphs of stuff, all the stuff you don't, just explain exactly what you did. Like, I'm looking to get new clients. I know you get tons of these emails all the time. So I put the work in already. Here's a link to the homepage. Let me know what you think. I put an actual link so that they can see it on their phones or on their laptop, whatever device they're using. And they can see a live version of their new site if they choose to go forward with it. And you immediately show that you have the skills. People talk. They're like, yeah, I can do this. I can do that. And then there's no trust. Yeah, there's no trust in the web design industry. It's almost a joke at this point.